Kia ora whānau. Today we're just going to go through the reading that's in your home learning pack. This is for week 6. When you scroll down here, there's going to be a reading that's based on a book called The Myths and Legends of Tamaki Makaurau. Many of you would be familiar with the term Tamaki Makaurau. It refers to Auckland. So let's have a look at this reading. The Mountain of War. So this story is about Maunga Kiakia, which refers to One Tree Hill. Some 20,000 years ago, after the extinction of the dinosaurs and before the arrival of man, Maunga Kiakia erupted from the ground through 3 craters. Streams of molten lava spilled over the cones, building them higher and higher. There was once a large bay nearby, but as Maunga Kiakia grew, this was completely filled. So, when the volcano erupted, all the lava comes out and then it goes into the ocean. When it cools down in the ocean, it fills up the bottom layer of the ocean bed. So then as it piles up, it fills up the bay around that area. That's what this part means. So let's continue reading here. So violently did the volcano blow that the seawater was thrust back, making a long tidal wave out into the South Pacific Ocean. If you look on the map on the right here, you can see here it says Pacific Ocean. So the big ocean just in the north of New Zealand, so this part here, that's the Pacific Ocean. But because New Zealand is in the southern hemisphere, that's why we call it South Pacific Ocean. Above, the mountain became taller and taller as it spouted ash and rocks over the surrounding countryside. Maunga Kiakia is a shield mountain with gently sloping sides and a high buttress of basalt rock at the top. Beneath the volcano, many moa were buried, and those that survived made homes in the lava caves on the mountain. So this moa here, they've become extinct, but they were these giant birds that used to live in Aotearoa. Māoris used to hunt them when they first came to New Zealand, but they have become extinct now. At the time of the Great Fleet, about AD 1400, the people of the Tainui canoe settled on the isthmus. So as you can see on the map here, this is part of the isthmus. So an isthmus is like a narrow piece of land that connects 2 big parts of the land. So it's like this narrow neck here. That's what that means. They found other people inhabiting the area, and after many years and many marriages to Ngā Oho, Ngā Iwi, and Ngā Titai, the tribe came to be known as the Waiohua. So inhabit means to live in that area, to live permanently in that area. The people living here needed protection, and they skillfully set about building the pā on Maunga Kiakia. If you remember our trip to Mangere Mountain, Te Pane o Mataoho, you would have remembered the guy talking about Māoris building pā. So this is like a fortified village that they build on top of the hills. This took a long time and a lot of energy. Making the terraces on the rocky mountain was difficult. So terrace is like a flat area that they make so they can build their wharenui, their houses on the hill. So because it's not a flat surface, they have to try and level it up so then their house can be on a level surface and not on a slope. The soil was easy to dig, but the koto Māori was not as wide as a modern spade. Many of the rocks were extremely heavy, so many men were needed to move them. These rocks were pushed into hollows to fill them up. Then soil was carried up in baskets and tipped on top of the rocks. This created the flat areas where beautifully carved